Once your document has finished being analyzed, you will see a percentage listed on the main page of the Authenticate portal. This percentage is the portion of your document which is matching other documents that are housed in the online repositories Authenticate checks against. For the graduate school purposes, we require this percentage to be 14% or less. If the percentage is higher than that, it does not mean that you have plagiarized or cheated. It just means that there are portions of your document that need looked at more in depth to determine whether they can be quoted, whether they should be reworked or reworded, or whether they can be manually excluded. The best practice for this, if you have a percentage that is over 14%, is to first reach out to your committee. They can help look at the document and troubleshoot. If it's still not below 14%, reach out to the graduate school. We have several advisors who can then look at the document and try to help troubleshoot to get the percentage where it needs to be. If it still doesn't get below 14%, we will refer the document to one of our academic deans so that it can be looked at more in depth for revisions. Once you see the percentage, to access the document, you'll click on the percentage. That will open up the document view. As you can see, there are several different sub percentages here. We call these individual matches. And for the individual matching percentages, we want those to be 4% or less. So all of these are higher than 4%, which means we'll need to take a look at each more in depth. You'll also note that they are color coded. The colors don't mean anything. They don't mean that red is bad, that pink is good. It's just color coded for ease of use in finding the section that needs to be looked at. So if you click on a section, it will take you to where that portion is housed in the document. You'll notice that there is a pop-up. This shows where the information is found matching elsewhere on the internet. You can also click the full source view to pull up the full portion of that source and look at it more in depth. So we can see that this is just a complete copy and paste from elsewhere online. What you would want to do at that point is to quote portions of this or rework portions of this to make sure that you aren't accidentally plagiarizing a portion of your document. Once you've done that, check in with your committee members again, and you have two options to reduce this matching percentage. The first is that you can upload a new version of the reworked document. But say you've already done that with the help of your committee and you want to just manually exclude it. To manually exclude sources, what you'll do is click this Exclude Sources button, and then you'll put a check next to each portion that you've quoted or reworked and click Exclude. I will note that this manual exclusion is also helpful when students have previously published papers. If you've put the URLs into the report filters, but it is still catching a previously published paper, you can use this manual exclusion option to make sure that your previously published paper isn't counted against your matching percentages. If you click on the next section, you'll see that again, this is just a copy and paste from elsewhere online. So again, you would want to quote this or reword or rework it, then either upload a new version or manually exclude that portion. Clicking to the last match, you'll see that this is what was discussed in the phrase exclusions portion of the training. This is language that is federally required, so it cannot be altered in any fashion. It has to appear just like this. If you haven't already put it in that phrase exclusions portion, you can do that and rerun it. Otherwise, you could just manually exclude this since it cannot be changed. Once your document is where it needs to be within the percentage parameters, to print that document for purposes of scheduling your final exam or uploading your ETD, you'll want to click onto this text-only report button here in the bottom right-hand corner. That brings up a version of your document that has been stripped of formatting so that it is small enough to upload to the electronic signature system. From the drop down, you'll want to make sure that you have similarity report selected. And then instead of using this download button, which will download as an HTML and cannot be recognized by the electronic signature system, you'll want to use the print icon. You'll use the save as a PDF or print as PDF option. And then that PDF will be what you upload to the electronic signature system at the time that you schedule your exam and also at the time that you submit your final ETD.